December 13th here in Southern Ontario, Canada. So, drag day. I'm having data issues for reasons I don't know. Which is a drag because I plan to really start getting into the w.e.f series today. And I can't. The data's not working for me. So, I want to talk about Switzerland. Because the headquarters of the w.e.f are in Switzerland. Although, again, I can't pursue that today. So, what do you think of when you think of Switzerland? Swiss chocolate. Well, they don't grow coca beans, but Argentina does. What's that got to do with anything? Well, we'll come back to that. What else do you think of with Switzerland? Uh, Funny shorts and funny hats, lederhosen, yodeling, cows with big bells. Maybe, what was her name? Julie Andrews with the Von Trapp family singing in the meadows. What was that? The Sound of Music? Neutrality. Switzerland, such a benign little country. They managed to stay uninvolved in the Second World War. Ostensibly, history would say that this isn't in great part due to the fact it was of no physical strategic value and had very little in the way of, things that were coveted for the war. All right. So, they have this public persona, this perception of, again, benign neutrality. But during the Second World War, they served as an international banking haven. Think offshore banking with untaxed accounts and undeclared accounts. Switzerland famous for it. They were the pioneers in that, if you will. But let us go back to the Second World War and the Third Reich. I mean, let's face it, millions and tens of millions of people dying in the Second World War. I mean, the wheels of commerce couldn't stop, right? The big players, we got to keep making money. So, a lot of the pilfered and plundered Third Reich's money ended up in Switzerland. Gold bullion, artworks, gold rings, and gold fillings. Yeah. And I mean, again, the wheels of commerce didn't stop during the Second World War. I mean, there had to be a country to, exchange German Deutschmarks for, British pound sterling or the US dollar. A little off topic. Henry Ford's plant stayed in production in Europe all throughout the war. There's a famous photograph of, I think it was in Czechoslovakia, it might have been Hungary, I'm not sure. For miles around, there was nothing standing. The Allies had bombed it into absolute rubble. And yet the Ford production plants miraculously stood unscathed. I mean, the buildings all around them were rubble, but Henry Ford's production managed to stay. Yeah. So, Switzerland. Benign neutrality? Perhaps not. And again, the world headquarters of the World Economic Forum are there. I saw something recently, and again, I can't do my homework today, where the Swiss government reduced the donation to the w.e.f because their citizenry wasn't really happy of it. So they reduced their donation. However, I can't today track down that amount. We know they had their annual meeting this last year in Davos, Switzerland. So I'll summate it with what's Argentina got to do with cocoa beans and Swiss chocolate? Well, 2 points. The Third Reich's connection to Argentina well documented in history. And Daddy Klaus Schwab at Davos this year bragged openly about a number of things, including having penetrated the Canadian cabinet of Trudeau by over 50%. And in the same conversation said he's quite proud of Argentina being totally under World Economic Forum control. So perhaps there's more dark in Switzerland than just chocolate. That's my point. So I know this video is kind of inconsequential perhaps with the World Economic Forum, but it does have some background. And I guess I can't do much else today with the w.e.f.